Move on to our next message. Says, hi sisters, 3 weeks ago my boyfriend gave me 5,000 CDs to keep for him because he knows I'm very good with saving. A week later, I overheard 2 of my male colleagues talking about betting, which could easily fetch some cool cash. I took 150 Ghana from my boyfriend's money and used it to bet on some games. Surprisingly, I won 10,000 CDs, which I'm excited about. But I don't know if I should tell my boyfriend about it. I have a strong feeling he will lose some trust in me. Should I keep mute about it even though I had wanted to give him about 3,000 of the money that I won? Hey, you'll be hard, girl. Hey, Sassy, how now?
Ooh, this is so tricky. Everything in me is telling me that.
Don't say it.
Don't tell him. Just replace the 150. Just replace it.
Serious.
But at the end of the day, it is what makes her comfortable. Okay, right now she's in a dilemma as to whether to tell him or not. Me, I'll say don't say it. Just replace the money you took. Okay? But at the end of the day, it is what will make your conscience rest. If you think that, if you are so, if you place so much premium on trust, okay, I think that, well, I think that if the trust was so important to you, when you were taking that 150 to bet, you should have told him. Okay? Say that, okay, Charlie, the money that you're giving me, I've heard of something and then I want to try it. What's up?
She knows you'd have said no.
Well, most probably. So already there's a bit of dent when it comes to how much you value the trust. So, tell her, don't tell. Me like I'll say it.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Demi, what do you think?
Oh, you see, my question is, sweetheart, why did you not use your own 150 Ghana to bet? He said, keep this 5,000 for me. Put it down for me. That's all. So you leave it. Why did it, when you had 2 of your co-workers who have enticed you, or your own greed enticed you internally, and then, because that's all gambling is, the lure that you bring small and you get plenty, it feeds on your greed and that imperfect human need inside us. So
If you know, you know.
I know. So it drew you out, and then you're like, let me not use my money, I could lose it.
Yes.
So then your poor boyfriend's money that he should have even taken to the bank, now there is a girl savings and loans.
Charlie, a week.
So let me use somebody else's money. At the end of the day, nothing happens to me. I suffer no personal loss of any kind. And now you're like, oh, so should I tell? Should I not tell? Girl, I think that we've crossed that ship has sailed. So you knew what you were doing. You wanted to do what you wanted to do. So why are you now concerned about should I tell him or I shouldn't tell him?
Because she wants to know.
And the thing is that it sounds like we have a compulsive gambler in the making. Because 150 into 10,000,
the family money.
You use every money that comes your way to do it, and then one time there'll be a huge mega loss, and then here we are. So, lady, gambling really it becomes an addiction at a point where it's all you do, it's all you think about, to the detriment of everything, from your relationships to your finances to your job. People can say, oh, I still maintain my job, I still have money, I still pay my rent, but even the mental space that it occupies, you're thinking about it so often, so much, glorying in how much you can get, and it's just, there's no emotional stability in gambling. It's either very high highs where you're like, literally on a drug high, you just won a large amount of money, to awful lows where you're in the depths and the bouts of depression because you've lost a whole bunch of money. And as humans, we need to be even keel in life. That's why it's called what? I've forgotten the scientific term, but whatever it is, everything needs to be homeostasis. There we go. We have to be balanced in everything. So I wouldn't advise gambling. If you just wanted to try it out based on hearsay, that one is even wrong. Did they bring you actual proof that really they can win, and then you just chanced? This was a chance happening.
Yeah.
So please, give him his money. If you want to tell the truth, I would say you should probably tell the truth, but it's really up to you. Now you sound like a little obi to me kululu kakra.
Because when you're going to do
she
it,
didn't.
but you didn't tell him.
You came here for honesty, so we are giving it to you. We're telling it to you as it is. So you yourself, it sounds like you're trickster kaka, but just come clean. Tell him what it is, and then stay away from gambling. I'll tell you, there are many awful stories of people who have, ended up badly. But just come sharp. As if you.
Oh, nah.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
How many years now have I known you?
Yeah,
I can tell from your face
you should
that
know me better, right?
really.
Like, do you even have doubts?
I do.
Yeah, Charlie. Claudia, let me hear you.
So she's addressed the first part of my submission, which was to tackle gambling. So I'm not going to rehash that. So I'm just going to move to the second one, which is about her values as a person. She's shady, no doubt, because when she heard of the opportunity, she didn't think of using her money. Okay, let's even assume she didn't have money. And that's even worse. You don't even have money that if it had gone bust, you could have replaced it with. So was she going to borrow from someone else to replace the money if she had lost it? Is it that she wasn't forward thinking? What was the backup plan using someone's money? And secondly, there's this perception that my man's money is my money. My money is my money. And I suspect this rule applies to this money. Someone's savings. He has a mother. I'm sure he has sisters. He has siblings. He has a circle of friends. Everybody around him, he picked you. It's not like he doesn't know their banks or their savings and loans companies. He picked you because he trusts you. So now there's a breach of trust. You are dishonest with his money. Fine, you erred. Now the money has come because you want to hide it. And that alone also reveals another lack of value because, okay, you got it wrong the first time. Now you have the opportunity to rectify all the evil that you've done. Okay, I heard of this thing. I knew you wouldn't agree. So I just went on and did it on behalf of both of us. And now the money is in, we have a cool 10,000 cedis. I'm sure she doesn't want to share that 10,000 with a man.
No,
she still wants to keep that 10,000 cedis and clean her mouth and act like she's the beautiful girlfriend with all the shared values. It's wrong. That 10,000 is not even your money. It's his money because he gave you that seed money. You stole his seed money to go and invest. Now you have an additional 10,000. You don't even want to give him some. Hey, no, I don't agree with it. She should go and, even if she doesn't want to come clean, she should find a nice way of gifting some part of the 10,000 to the guy because it's not even her money. But I would say she should come clean. But I know she doesn't want to come clean.
No, she doesn't.
So she should replace the 150 cedis for the guy's money and find a nice way of gifting part of the 10,000 to the guy. And please let it end there. Next time when you want to go and gamble, please use your own money. Don't go and use someone's life savings. He trusted you. So at least be honest. That's like, it's basic in all relationships. And that's why men become very sneaky about their money because they realize that sometimes women feel, okay, it's free money. Let me just run with it. But this is someone's life savings. And I think she didn't even consider that when she was gambling because she was high. And now that the gains has come, she still wants to keep it. It's not fair. That's my 2 cents.
I've just been giggling because yes, it is true. Like gambling is very, very addictive. And the minute you start, and you see, she's been rewarded for taking that chance. So the probability of her doing it again is actually really, really high. And she knows that her boyfriend won't approve of it. Reason why she's written to the show. So yeah, dear lady, you should not have used his money. I think if it goes two ways, two things. If you're big on trust, and it really matters to you, then come clean with him and let him know, Charlie, I really shouldn't have, but I've won money, so how? Right? Or you could just say, okay, you know what? I shouldn't have done this. I've been lucky this time. I'm not going to tell him, but yeah, I'll keep the money, find a way to give him, or buy him a gift, something, some way, somewhere. So it's really entirely up to you. But please don't go gambling with other people's money. In fact, be wary. I mean, I'm not going to, people are mature, okay? People have their own minds and their own beliefs. I'm not going to tell anybody, don't gamble, whatever. But just know that, I mean, gambling is really addictive. Ask people around about it. People have lost fortunes gambling, okay? So just approach it, you know, really carefully. It's Sister Sister on City TV and 97.3 City FM. We'll go for a break. We'll be right back.